to
Oh, yeah.
entertain you.
I do things in pairs. I have two kids, two cats, and two dogs.
All
So,
right.
hey, Eric, how you doing?
Good. How's everybody?
Hanging in there. Busy.
Doing all right.
Well, that's about all you can do, right? Hang in there.
Yep, day by day.
We maybe wait another minute or two, see if other West folks join.
Yeah, we're gonna try. We've got a bunch of fun things to discuss, but we are gonna try and finish up by 12:30 because a couple of us at WES have another project meeting at 12:30. So I'll try to do it as efficiently as possible. Oh, I did get it on it. Good. Okay. Hey, Kenny. Hey, Justin.
Good morning.
We're just gonna do a couple more minutes right now. We got Wes, we got City of Milwaukee, West Lynn, Oregon City, Gladstone. Cool. Hey, Chris is here. Chris Randall. Silas, welcome. So yeah, I think everybody but Johnson City. Uh, so cool. We have enough people to vote. Yay. Well, let's get started since we're all here. Uh, Greg, do we record these things? Oh, we are recording. There we
Yeah,
go.
it's recording.
Yay! All right. So welcome, thank you. This is our second meeting of the year. Have a bunch of stuff to chat about. And we do have a vote to take on a City of Milwaukee proposal for the I&I reduction program. And I also was mentioning earlier, a bunch of us West folks have a 12:30 meeting. So we're going to try and do this as quickly as possible. But by all means, if people have questions or things they want to discuss, please bring them up. Just wanted to go through and we'll do our introductions and such. Bear with me because I need to see everybody on the screen to go through. But as most of you know, I'm Jessica Renner with Water Environment Services, an engineer in the Capital Group focused mainly on the collection system. And I'm just gonna call out names as I see them on my screen. Greg, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'm Greg Carnes. I'm with Wes. I'm an admin and I support the Capital team.
Excellent. Jeff,
Hi, everyone. My name's Jeff Tolentino. I'm the Assistant City Engineer with the City of Milwaukee.
Eric,
Eric Glass, Public Works Director, City Engineer for West Lynn.
Kenny,
Kenny Kennedy Schultz, City of Oregon City, sewer engineer.
excellent. Justin,
Hi everyone. Justin Poyser, City of Gladstone, Utility Manager.
Silas,
Hi, I'm Silas Richardson. I'm City of Gladstone Public Works Director.
welcome. I think this is the first time we're meeting you.
Yeah.
Chris? Oh, you're muted, Chris.
I thought that it went off mute. I tried to push it. Anyway, Chris Randall, Public Works Director, City of Happy Valley. Thank you.
Excellent. Zach, if you can. Zach, oh, there he is.
Zach Colomar, with Wes. I'm the project inspector for the Capital Group.
Excellent. Mike?
And Mike Rice, senior civil engineer with WES.
And Josh.
Hi, I'm senior civil engineer with WES, Milwaukee resident.
A couple of us are, Jeff. So, and then we got a bunch of West Lynn residents too, and OC. We're all over the place.
Hey, don't leave out Gladstone.
Oh yeah, sorry, Gladstone as well. Oh.
Go Milwaukee.
Cool. All right. Welcome everyone. Thank you. And Greg, if you want to give minutes.
Yeah, we have the minutes from our last meeting. I sent those out earlier, or end of last week. But if you guys want to just do a quick review, the 2 pages, and we can approve them. Let's see. This page, and then the roundtable discussion. Got some updates from Jeff.
Also, Greg, the next time, if we could send out just to everybody, we have all of this stuff on our webpage as well. It would be helpful to send the
Oh
links
yeah,
to
a
everybody.
link, yeah,
so
because
you
we
can
have
see.
past meetings up there as well. Okay,
Yep.
good idea.
So I would be looking for a motion to approve minutes as written, if we can do that.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Kenny. Do I have a second?
I can second that.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Awesome. Housekeeping out of the way. Yes, and we roll right into Jeff. You're on tap. We have a new proposal from the City of Milwaukee on their Waverly Heights. We've done the design portion was included, and now they're bringing forward the construction part. Jeff, if you want to elaborate.
Yep. Thanks, everyone. So we currently have a grant with WES. I think we got it in 2023 to fund 33% of our design effort for this project in Waverly Heights. It's a neighborhood here in Milwaukee. I'll give you a little background on the project. Waverly Heights has about 60-year-old collection system in their neighborhood, wastewater collection. It's comprised of mostly concrete pipe. There's a little bit of clay pipe in there, and we've known that there's been I&I issues in this neighborhood for many years. We looked at our most recent CCTV data from 2022 showed a number of deficiencies throughout the neighborhood. Root intrusion. There's a little bit of ovalization. Just some pipe joints that have migrated over the years, and we're in our CCTV. You could see some pretty significant runners of I&I coming right into the system. So this project, we've looked at a bunch of different options, relocating the pipes, but I think the direction we've gone in the last few years is primarily pipelining, CIPP project. And we have as we've gone through the design of the CIPP work, we found a few areas where we want to do some spot repairs. There's, I think, 4 or 5 areas where we just have larger deficiencies that probably involve excavation of the pipe and replacement of maybe portions of the pipe or some sort of repair to get it ready for lining. The remainder of the area, I think it's 4,000 linear feet of pipe would be CIPP relined. So that's the kind of the overall strategy we're going for with this project. We've gone through design. We're at 100% now, and we're anticipating construction. We'd like to go into construction in September. We have a construction estimate of $1,231,000, almost $232,000. The cost share we're looking at for that, hold on one sec here. So a little over 400,000, 406,125. And again, this is just based off a construction estimate, so it may change depending on how the bids come in. So that's the proposal. Again, this is just to fund 33% of our construction. We're looking at this fall to do construction. And that's it. I can answer any questions if anyone has any.
This is, just so everybody knows, this is one of the, sub-basins that's called out in the sanitary sewer master, WES's sanitary sewer master plan to reduce I&I. And it sounds like, a pretty standard, City of Milwaukee is proposing a pretty standard approach, similar to what most of us are doing in our I&I rehab areas. I did one question, Jeff, are you gonna address manholes as well, or are you just looking at pipe with this?
We're looking at pipe. We have a few manholes that we've identified that may need replacement, but mostly just to accommodate the pipe relining. Most of the deficiencies that we identified were pipe related.
I'm pretty supportive of that kind of approach. When we tried to incorporate both before, we'd really found that both the quality and the price on manhole rehab was pretty poor if it was in a main line. So that's why we spun them off. So
Wonderful.
I think that's a good approach.
Great. Appreciate that.
All right. If no one has any questions, we do need to vote to see if TAT recommends that this be included in the I&I reduction program. If we can, what's the easiest way? Is anybody opposed to this being included in the I&I reduction? Oh, hold now, speak now, forever hold your peace.
I'm seeing no opposing votes.
Excellent. Excellent, thank you. I will, Jeff, based on this meeting, I will put together the letter that comes from Greg Geis that says, congratulations, thank you. And once you get a contractor on board, if you could please forward me the bid documents or the contract documents so we know the time of completion and the as-bid costs, and we base our PO. We actually make a PO up to the 33% of the as bid. If you have any amendments during the time, I'll need copies of those so we can amend the amount that's approved to reimburse you for.
Not a problem.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thanks everyone on this call. Appreciate your time.
All right, cool. Cruising right along here. Member community invoicing, second half of fiscal year 24-25. It's the time of year when finance gets antsy and they want to close their books. We understand that this is difficult because you all need to receive invoices on your projects, and some of your contractors have subs and all that. They do ask that you submit invoices for work done between January 1st, 2025 and June 30th, 2025 by August 15th, which I know is very tight. If you can't turn around the invoice, just give me a heads up for approximately when you'd be able to turn an invoice around for us to pay you for all the work done through the fiscal year. I believe I have, and I just wanted to run down and make sure. I have projects that I'm kind of expecting invoices on. Kenny, the project management for you guys, it does expire June 2025. I'm assuming you're
Been renewed. Need to send you the amendment.
Okay.
Now it's still circulating, but it should be approved officially very soon.
Excellent. And then you all get an invoice from Dana on the work for the second half of the fiscal year there.
Yeah, I've got all my contractors giving me stuff by July 10th, so that deadline should work for me just fine.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Lynn Phase 2, was that awarded?
No. So we have pushed both Lynn and McLaughlin 1. Anticipated awards are in August.
Okay. And the 2025 manhole sealing?
A funny story there that I will not discuss in too much detail other than to say that the contract was awarded and no work was done and the contract has been terminated.
Oh, okay. Very good. Well, not very good, but thank you.
Jessica, can I pause you real quick?
Sure.
You said you're looking for grant reimbursement requests by August 15 of this year?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to email our finance right now.
There's a funny story with that one too. Your finance is well aware. They don't really like it, but they're aware. But thank you.
Okay. Okay. I'll let them know from my end and hopefully get it sooner than later. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Thank you, Jeff. Rivercrest Phase 4, is that the McLaughlin or
Yeah, nope, that one's still going.
okay,
So both Rivercrest and Malala are active and will be requesting reimbursement requests.
excellent. Malala Ave's still going on because the last expiration date I had was April 2025. I might need a
Yeah, I will send you a few change orders on that one. Again,
okay.
an actual change order with a funding increase is also circulating and awaiting final approval.
Okay.
So we did a kind of a quick flurry of change orders. So as opposed to sending you all of those at once, because the first couple were literally just date extensions, I thought I would
Yep.
wait until we actually had the money approved, which we do now.
No worries. No worries. Thank you. Yeah, it's just, I look at this twice a year and it's like, where are we? So, yep, that works. Gladstone, Justin and Silas, the INI rehab that Braun did, is that completed?
Yeah, so that work's all completed. Right now, Leeway is preparing a post-construction INI reduction flow analysis for us, which we hope will be completed by the end of July, which we can send to DEQ, which we hope will satisfy the MAO.
Excellent. All right. I don't think I got an invoice from you guys for even the first fiscal year, so we may want to look and close out that project.
Okay, yeah, we'll make sure to do that.
Okay.
And then we're also looking at doing going out for bids for some CIPP lining for the lower eastern basin. So
Okay. Do we have that in a proposal already with the TAP? Was that included? We should double check, just make sure it's included in what the proposal we've already approved.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna take some notes just so I.
yeah, I'll check into that and we'll get back to you.
Yeah, one of the weird clauses or whatever they put in it was that before you sign a contract, you need to have an approved proposal with the TAT for us to fund it, so, or help contribute to funds. So let's just make sure we've got something that covers that. Excuse me. And Milwaukee, Jeff, we already talked about Waverly Heights construction. I think, do I have the closeout of the design? We may need a invoice for,
No, there will be a little more there.
okay. But that'll probably close that one out.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and if you can, as early as you can get those in, as I'm sure your finance departments are also crazy busy right now trying to close things out.
Yeah.
Cool. Great. If I missed anybody that I missed, I don't think, but cool. Let's move on to annual reports. Also part of the INI regional agreement or the funding that WES provides, there's a clause in there that member communities who receive funding will provide us with annual INI reports. I do have earlier than fiscal year 23-24, but for 23-24, I do need Gladstone and City of Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And 24-25, I'll need from Oregon City, Gladstone, and Milwaukee. And I believe Kenny, are you okay if I share your annual report as an example?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. For anybody that hasn't done one before, I'm happy to send Oregon City's annual report. Darren and Silas and Justin. Darren had done one previously that I can share with you because he did return one in 22-23. So should be something that, you know, at least you can start from. And then member community flow data. We're cruising right along. Yeah, I was just putting my annual plug out there that, you know, WES does the hydraulic model of the full collection system. In areas Westland, Gladstone, and Oregon City, we have very limited, it's on our interceptors. So it really doesn't break your systems up very well. So if anybody, when you do updated flow data analysis or flow metering, if we could get copies of the data, that would be great for us to kind of incorporate in our hydraulic model. So we can kind of do a little more better modeling, a little more discrete area kind of stuff than just the large interceptor flow meters that we maintain.
Do you want to see copies of our updated models as well, or just the raw data?
Just the raw data.
Okay.
That would be great. And yeah, and keep in mind that we're willing to share, any of the data that we have. We maintain a permanent flow meter network on our interceptors. Happy to share with you. Mike Rice, who's on the call, has been helping me kind of compile. I'm old school. I like spreadsheets. So every year in the summer, we kind of put the full previous year's data into a spreadsheet, and we have that readily available. We even, if you tell us I'd like last month's data or last week's storm data from this meter, we can pull that stuff for you. So please reach out anytime. Happy to share the data with everybody. Cool. And I guess we move on to roundtable. Does anybody have anything they'd like to bring up or discuss with the group?
Just to note that we'll probably be bringing a 2026 manhole contract to the TAT in the fall. Or not a contract, but a proposal.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, there's probably a way too, Kenny. I know you guys are, if you're doing that annually, we might be able to do a proposal for 5 years worth of manhole rehab so that you don't have to do it each time.
Yeah, I've got a prospective 5-year budget for the
Okay.
manhole, so it'd be very easy for me to prepare a compiled
That,
proposal.
yeah, because that then gives us, and then you and I would just have to work with each time you execute a contract, you send it to me so we can cut the PO and stuff. But I think, especially manhole rehab and sealing is a very standard and easy to agree that it would be included under this program. So
Yep.
great. Anything else? Anybody?
I guess it's germane. Oh no, go ahead, Eric.
We finished up construction of our Caleruga sewer pump station. So got the old station out of the floodplain on the river, so that's good. So we're got a few punch list item closeout things we're working through, but it's up and running. So that's good news. I hope to have something for this group as far as an I&I project, either later in the fall or early next year. We do have some money budgeted for 26 for a I&I project, so I'm hoping to get back on that train. We were the last one to join in, I guess, last one to have a project. But yeah, so looking forward to doing that. I might want to get with you, Jessica, to try to, I was trying to rehash with our master plan and then your master plan to just make sure I'm focusing on the next leakiest basin that we have over here. So.
Yeah, definitely happy to compare notes on that. We've got a lot of work going on in Westland and how we provide sewer service to you guys. I know you're aware of our Willamette project. The pump station there is going to be upsized, new force main. I've been working in the Bolton pump station tributary area. The Bolton pump station has been upgraded. We need to look at force main rehab or replacement or even reconfiguring of the Bolton and River Street, how they get across to us. So a lot of work and good things happening over there.
Yeah.
So, we also just completed a pump station upgrade in Gladstone, our Gladstone pump station. So pump stations seem to be the thing right now.
Jessica, do you want to mention the open house for that?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I think I sent invitations to the TAT for July 9th. We're having an open house at our newly renovated Gladstone pump station from 4 to 6 in the evening. Open house format, stop by anytime. We have video and pictures outside of the station, and then Zach and I will be leading tours through the new station. Our operators are actually going to be there and be able to talk more intelligently than I about the pumps, the generator, and the controls. So if for any of you or if you have staff that would be interested, feel free to stop by. I don't think we're doing snacks and drinks at a pump station, so just a tour.
Like a wine gallery,
Exactly.
you know.
Just sanitize your hands first and after. So, Kenny, you mentioned you had something else?
Yeah. So I had given a presentation at what was it? The NASTT conference in February, and from that, some folks at a few places asked me to give a presentation. So I have one today with the short school
Oh,
from
good.
350 to 450. It'll be kind of a rehash of that. I also spoke at APWA between the last meeting and this one. So I've been doing a lot of speaking about I&I rehab and pretty heavily focused on laterals because that's what people have found the most interesting about our approach. But
Yeah.
I've got a lot of presentation materials and just general public information if any member communities would like something to kind of help explain to their communities what you're up to. We've found that our community is pretty engaged these days, and it's because they've been kind of following along and they seem to be getting what we're up to. So happy to help if anyone would like it.
Excellent. Thank you. Yeah, the private portion of that is really hard to get people to understand what's going on and why. And I know Mayor McGriff spoke very highly of you and the team and the work that you're doing. Um, when she was, the lateral program was happening at what, one of the historic buildings that she's,
Yeah, we did work at Rose Farm, and she also accepted an award on our behalf for the program. We won I think Project or Program of the Year from the League of Oregon Cities
oh,
recently. And it was a little silly that literally none of us could be there. And the only way that we could accept it was a recorded address from Mayor McGriff, but she did do that for us, which we appreciated.
excellent. Good work. Good work. Right. Anybody else? All right.
I wanted to say that the next or the kind of the fall meeting for us is October 23rd. So you'll start hearing from us. Maybe send a reminder end of summer just because it's a long gap between uh, June and October, but then we'll reach out again much closer to the meeting. So I want to let you guys know when that next one is coming up.
Thank you, Greg. Yeah, and as always, if anything comes up in between, please email. I may not have the answers, but I can help get you in the right direction, share resources, all that fun stuff, and I'll be sending out reminder emails to pester everybody about year-end close and all that. All right. Thank you so much. Good to see everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye all.
Thank you all.